We're going to be getting into another Marth game now. Now, of course, as you know, with Marth, we're going to be making sure that we're keeping ourselves from doing a bunch of excess movement. We're playing against Falco. We are on FD. This guy just empty hopped across the stage into a down air. That was an insane start to this match. And we're kind of freaking out from it. Now, what do we know about this guy? He attacked early, didn't shine stall. He's not doing a lot of lasers. We're going to keep all of this in mind. So even though the start looks like it's one way, we're actually gained a lot of useful data from that. My control stick feels a little bit odd, so I wasn't comfortable going for some of the pivots there. That's why I think those things happen. But yeah, anyway, now we got invincibility. Now we're out of invincibility from this Falco. What do we know? Again, not a lot of lasers coming out. Starts turning around and backflipping. Very much worried about our approaching Nair, seems like. And that's going to be a not pivot grab coming out for me again. But he's not. We're not having to worry about that right now. Up. Oh, good. DI. We're just going to make sure we push him off. Could go for the up B. We're just going to unstale our fair a little bit. You never know. There's a second laser coming out from him. What's going to do? One. Waiting a lot. We're going to see, again, like I said, you can call out the habits of these players. Nope. And I got a pivot. But it just wasn't quite what we were looking for. But that is okay. So again, we're pushing Falco up, but not for too long. We're always trying to push out. Just like with every other matchup, you don't want to push them up for too long or they break the punish. Now good on the Falco to move to center. I got my pivot. That's Pog. And then we're going to be able to... He could have done a wall jump back here and pushed me away. Did not end up happening. Of course, this person probably did not want to play anymore. They did get FD, and they were getting their habits called out. They were doing one laser and then usually setting up their back air wall, which is okay, but versus Marth, back air is really going to only beat approaching Nair, or more likely an approaching mid or late forward air, so before the forward air comes out. Maybe it'll trade with an early forward air if Falco is lucky, but, unfortunately for another bad input, we got a stage where Marth can hit very, very hard. Falco can hit hard as well, but it's a little more complicated a lot of time where he has to do more juggles. And we put him in an awkward spot. He had some situations to get out because I was missing some of the pivot grabs, but it's awkward. It's hard to react to, so it can still kind of feel like a continuation of the same punish. I understand why that can be very frustrating for players. Anyway, GG's. Another bad input. All right, we're playing Falco Sheik. Now, of course, what do we need to know? We need to know Sheik can really jump over Falco's lasers. Very important to keep that in mind. I tried to just run. I thought the Sheik would move away. Great job jabbing me out of that. Okay, so this Sheik is grabbing a lot more than the other one we played against. We gotta absolutely keep that in mind. That is where the punishes come from for Sheik. So many grabs already. So as you can see, we waited a little while to grab edge. That way we were invincible when Sheik came in. Unfortunately, we sent Sheik away from our punish there, which was not great. Buffered it, get up attack there. Not going to help us out. Sheik absolutely calling out landings. We're going to need to play a little bit more evasive, perhaps. And we're just going to down air a few times. Sheik missing her tech. We did make sure we hit Sheik a little bit late. Did not catch him, not catch her, let's see, as she was higher up, so she didn't get spiked back into the ground. Now what's this Sheik player been doing? Playing a little bit more aggressively, still moving around on platforms, but not wasting a lot of time between attacks. So we're going to keep that in mind. Good damage coming out from Sheik, going to make her tech chase much stronger. Rolls. See, there's our aggression we were calling out. They want to do something a little tricky, but it ended up not panning out. We're just going to move right here to this top platform. It's going to be hard for any character to really challenge Falco up here. Imagine. Whoops. No jump. Oh, I think Wispy might have denied that. Been keeping her high, going for back here. Oh, I think I missed my dash by a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and get punished. And that'll be just another back air. You can back air loop to kill Sheik, especially at those higher percents over 100. We're just going to go into that. Now we're going to be on a small stage. It's going to be much easier for Sheik to pressure. The good side for Falco is that, oh my, that the ping is 200. That is the good side for Sheik here. They did take the double jump. They did not recognize it, and they are out of here. Getting caught out of the air is going to make it much easier for Sheik to punish. Crouch cancel is our friend at low percent versus Sheik. This person does not like double jumping. We're keeping that in mind. Again, no shield on the ground as well. Very unusual for Sheik to not go for shield there. Because these fly guys couldn't use them. Pummeled for too long. Of course, Sheik was very high up. Maybe I should have tried to push her off instead. But I wanted the edge guard. Thought we were going to go for grab, but of course percent was high. Bit of an error on my part. Well played to Dominicana. There's our double jump. Still invincible. Nair to dare. Something you see Mango doing a whole lot when someone's off the stage. Or high up there. Well, they got their shield drop. I might have been able to get the punish. Oh, messed up. We're going to outrange right there. You saw we turned around just in time. They thought I wouldn't do it again, but of course I would do it again. Because if they move away, then that's still more damage. It's a fine situation. Of course, I could have just back aired in that point as well. Ping was a little bit spicy, but I wouldn't say that accounted for most of the plays that happened in those games. What did account for those plays? This person was very aggressive upon hitting the ground. They were mixing up their shield timings a little bit, but they didn't use the fact that shield could counter and move around Falco's aggression really well. We didn't see nair out of shield. We didn't see preemptive nair out of shield. We didn't see a lot of shield coming out from this player. They landed, they quickly attacked. We were able to snipe, so we saw that happen. We started sniping their landing, going for the quick aerials. That led to a lot of punishes for us. Then from there we go for tech chases. We saw a tech chase on platforms a lot, occasionally by the edge if that was a possibility, but mostly on platforms. And then since you can't use the full length of her tech roll, we're able to get a much easier punish. Sometimes I shined, sometimes I back aired. Once in a while I down aired, as you saw on one of the stocks on the Dreamland game, where I continued down airing until I pushed Sheik off the level. That is why it's very important to get your down air tech chases down and absolutely know where your opponent's going to go, because that's going to make your tech chase much easier. As Falco is slower, you don't want to try and tech chase along the entire length of FD, for example. We also kept Sheik in the air and got some back airs. Did not always work. You have to be very precise. Sheik has a small body, can contort her body really well with back air nair. We also did see an outplay in that juggle situation with our own back air when Sheik was more off the stage. Just goes to show you that where Sheik exactly is positioned relative to the stage can also make your juggling easier or harder. That being said, what did this person do really well? They were able to land some really good grabs early on. I was still conditioned probably from the earlier Sheik we played. It wasn't going for many grabs. This person did start grabbing, so I had to be a lot more worried about it. Wispy denied them once. I spot dodged a grab once. Otherwise, they weren't getting a huge punish off their grabs, but they were keeping good positions, so that's something to keep in mind for you Sheik players. If you're still keeping a good position, that can still be really valuable. And I'm sure there are other things. You can go back and see me call some of those things out. But thank you again, Dominicana, for the games. GG's. All right, so where do we go? Marth Falco from Falco's Zen. Now we're going to kind of talk about how we really need these lasers out. Look how many I'm shooting, and that's going to keep the Marth block down. Marth staying on platforms. He is going to be missing that L cancel. We're going to keep that in mind. Push him out. Good DI on him to come in there. Edge, he got up right at the end of my invincibility, so we're just going to keep holding that edge. Now we're out. We've avoided his invulnerability. Well, we didn't cross up and move away, which was good. We have to be very careful we don't run into a move. There's always that pressure as Marth. Guy's missing his L cancels. We're getting a lot of mileage out of that. We turned around and back aired at the last moment. We jabbed if he came down. We turned around if he didn't. Oops, nice back air. Whoops. Okay, we're just going to go off, grab the edge again. As you can see, back air out of the air. Big damage, pushed him away. I jumped too early. That was a bad problem on my part. Whoa. Being a little bit aggressive here at the end. I landed on the wrong side, ran into his punish. Not the best on my part. Gonna push him out. So again, as you can see, put him in an odd spot, let him hold his shield. We don't need to rush. There's not a situation where we need to rush against this player. All we need to do, put the laser out, make him uncertain. He's cornered. We didn't play that our best. Now you can see we're running into him coming into the ground. That's a problem. Now you can see where things are opening up for this player. We got our lasers back out. Whoops. That's why we down air. We can push him away. As you can see, Nair would not have reached him there. Down air will, and it'll beat him holding down. Whoa, didn't expect that roll. We have to wait a second. Bit of a bad timing on our part. That's okay. Did not think he was going to do that. Well, these rolls really messing me up right now. We're just going to push him out. There's our roll. I didn't expect that. Okay, we got to watch out for this guy's rolls. Keeping this in mind. Again, Marth can't do a whole lot when he's pressured. That's fine. Oh, I did not expect, I expected him to go to center and hold me there, so I was just gonna get away. Good on his part. Wow. It's okay. Better than the grab. As you can see, we're not too worried about getting hit at low percent. Again, not getting grabbed. See, that's what we didn't want. Now look at all the damage. Oh, got off the edge really quickly there. Good on his part. He's getting pressured. What's he gonna do? Oh, messed that up. As you can see, I called out exactly when he was going to be trying to come in. Did not play at the best. Unfortunately, that matchup requires a great deal of focus and very precise timing on Falco's end to keep that contained. Marth was able to roll out a lot of times, so I started playing a lot safer. I kept him in the air. I made sure I back aired, pushed him off, and then I would otherwise down air, push him close to the edge so I could get an easier tech chase. But most of the time what you saw is I pushed him away, used high damage from the back air, sometimes the nair, push him out, push him away. And then from that position, we made sure that sometimes we grabbed, but this guy was acting out of shield a lot, so we didn't need to really risk our grabs. We made sure we weren't giving him too many free ones, but at the same time, we did not do our best at keeping him cornered and pressuring him there. He was able to kind of YOLO in on us a few times, which was good for him. He was able to get some decent FD punishes, and he called out some of our plays and in the juggle situation well, which was great. Things that struggled for him more were getting edge guarded pretty reliably, which Falco can do on Marth. Okay, there are techs Marth can do, but there are things Falco can do back when Marth does wall tech, things like that. It's also very important to keep in mind that every time I shoot Marth with the laser, I'm unstaling my other moves, which can make them a little bit safer on shield and can deal more damage for combos or push the Marth farther away for the punish, which is always very nice as well. So I'm always controlling, always getting a little bit better advantage as a result of that. And we're always trying to play with our positions. We're always trying to move around. As you can see, Marth was not always attacking so much unless he was either very frustrated because he hadn't gotten a hit in a while, or when he was getting cornered, and I could call out about when that would happen because, again, he can no longer back up. So it just kind of makes sense. You backed up a lot, hasn't gotten rewarded. Now you have to come forward, that sort of thing. And we can see how much FD really changed the way this Marth felt about the grab as opposed to the prior stage. Anyways, GG's. Thank you for playing.